Once again, it is time for a manga review video. Today, last time we already take a look back on reviewing a couple volumes of Inuyasha, which are volumes 1 and 2. Today, we're going to be doing a manga review on Inuyasha Volume 3. That's right. So, we're going to be doing it right now because we're going to tell you how the story about how, because you know what I mean about how the story goes. So the story takes place on... The chapter left on where Inuyasha wants to know about the 4 jewel shards, and they were not in Musashi's domain when he was going to find out something going on until a monkey has taken Kagome's clothes until what Inuyasha notices, and then Nobunaga has a companion named Hiyashimaru. And he doesn't know if it was food, but it's actually Kagome's clothes. And then Inuyasha and Kagome caught Nobunaga stealing her clothes. And then Nobunaga doesn't know if they're thieves, but he doesn't even realize. And so Kagome offers Nobunaga potato chips and some tea in that one. Yeah, and Nobunaga, yeah. The samurai fig guy introduces himself as Nobunaga in Inuyasha Volume 3, as how it goes. Because I guess he was part from the noble family, but he could not reveal his title as well. Because I bet who is known for defeating the Imagawa Yoshimoto at the Battle of Okehazama. Yeah, because, well, technically, Nobunaga's not a part of the Oda clan, because he has to accomplish the mission, because there was some sort of confusion when he notices something going on. But yeah, take note on this as well, as how you want to expect. They said that the villager's lord has been possessed by a demon or something. Yeah, but that wasn't long until... Yeah, that's how things just go by. You would expect seeing, and they think it was a route through the domain in the air, which is almost not in a good way. By this time, of course, Inuyasha and Kagome and Nobunaga notices that they were going up to the tallest building to see what is going on, to take a look at something, what is going on. And something happened right there, which is almost in a terrible way. By this time, of course, that's basically in the Scroll 2 of Tsukumo Nogama, and especially the newly married into their clan, and that's how Princess Tsuyu was trapped in that castle of evil, where Nobunaga wants to rescue Princess Tsuyu, and something going on very strange of something, how it all happened. It's just almost not in a good way. But Princess Tsuyu can recognize Nobunaga, who is in that part right here as well. From how, whatever the things is that, you would expect of how things just going quite well. Especially as well. If he could which is how things go on And then they think it was a personality, though, about her husband and the Lord husband who has been even in the Takada domain, and how this goes. Yeah, because in Inuyasha fights this going on in this scene. Take note on that as well. Because he didn't realize that he's like an immortal frog who is a 300-year-old demon when Inuyasha tries to fight, but he was too... because there's noxious vapors, which is something terrible going on in this. And Nobunaga tries to fight it, just to get things going on as well, which is before Nobunaga had a lot to do. Take notice on this as well. Sorry for how you think, because that's how they were captured into those trapped bubble things, and Princess Tsuyu has been captured quite well. Of how, take notice on this as well. Yep. Or take note on that as how you expect. Yeah. And then he tries to rescue it because of the vapors, and then Inuyasha tries to fight it, who has the Tetsaiga, and all the souls are going into with all those countless souls of these victims in that one, from those that are trapped in a bubble, which is almost not in a good way. And that's particularly of how Inuyasha tries to kill, but nothing goes right goes in this, how he tries to fight the battle when there is mercy going on. Take a word, and that's how you want to know for this. In something going on in there which is almost anyway. And when Nobunaga doesn't know what to do, as well. But that's particularly how. And then he could have almost killed Nobunaga, the 300-year-old frog demon who possessed the Lord, who has then been possession as well. And Inuyasha tries to stop the fight and all with that to get rid of that soul of the 300-year-old frog demon until it comes out of the body, like this one. And anyway. And then something happened what he recognized. Oh yeah, it's Princess Suya's husband who's been possessed in that one. Which is how things is going quite well. By this time, of course, Inuyasha wanted to tell Kagome not come back into the home, but she said she'll be back in 3 days until she went to the present-day Japan, which is in this sequence, and how the chapter goes. Until something going on about how you expect how it comes, and then he wanted to realize what is going on about how do you know for this, how. And then she came to school in this particular scene. Take notice on this one in this volume of Inuyasha as well. Because who was still on school until she'll be back in the feudal Japan after 3 days. When she has school to be busy with, until when Inuyasha doesn't know what to do. When she was doing her homework, until something very mysterious and suspicious coming on the way, as which is something strange happening in the Boruhood Shigako area as well. Take notice on this as well, and that's how then school day comes, especially when Kagome, who is still her busy with school on the makeup exam as well. That wasn't long until Inuyasha came as right along, because who was still on the brink of how and then Inuyasha wanted to know about she knew that what is he going to do to her future. Take notice on this as well, if you would like to see that. And Inuyasha falls back into the hole as well, until there were some couple of locals who beat up a guy, those thuggish blokes who are beating up this other guy, innocent victim, until something mysterious happened, which is very suspicious of how it was a demon that killed one of the thugs in that scene as well. And then Inuyasha, who is still in feudal Japan, doesn't realize there was a murder going on in this that killed the thugs, which Kagome wouldn't know if she noticed something when she was doing her exam with the high school examics on her homework. But then she didn't realize if she could know what's going on, of how you would until the masked demon comes back for its vengeance as well. And yeah, it was like something out of a body horror film as well. And Kagome tries to stop it, but then she was wanting to get her brother Sota that it was a masked demon-looking monster that comes after her from out of nowhere, until he went to fall into. And then Kagome wanted to know something if she was in trouble, and then Inuyasha saved her. Inuyasha saved Kagome's brother Sota in that scene as well. Just one thing know what's going on of how it was a masked demon that has evolved into a mutated body-looking thing. If you notice on that, looks like something out of a body horror movie. And she was in the construction site, and then and Inuyasha has to stop the fight, the battle, just to defeat it as well. When in the night, where he wanted to save Kagome and her brother Sota in that particular parts as well, which how you would expect as well. And then Inuyasha defeats the masked demon with his weird-looking mutated body and arms, with his Iron Reaver Soul Stealer. That's how he wants to defeat it, but it was out of control of how the demons, how it's gonna almost kill him. in this particular. But then Inuyasha finally defeats it in that scene, particularly of what you noticed. It was a mask. And then it would almost could have gotten Kagome, and then Inuyasha had to save Kagome's life by using the Tetsaiga to kill the mask as well, which is basically, that looks like a Japanese woman-looking mask, which captured on Kagome's face in this particular one, if you take a pause that as well. And then Inuyasha saved Kagome's life as well, because they said it survived for that. They said it was that mask-looking thing that survived in Japanese centuries in literature. How, if you take notice, who is still on the brink of this. And then Kagome said she'll come back later, but she was busy with school. But then because she didn't realize that Inuyasha saved her life, and then yeah, she wanted to know something, what's going on, until Inuyasha arrived in this particular part as well of how you will know. And then the days comes, and they were having a picnic with ramen noodles in an old destroyed battlefield. What Inuyasha was eating the ramen noodles until the appearance of Shippo appeared as well. And how, because he was a fox demon, what Shippo is in this one as well, how you expect as well. And then that's when it was, until there was the vengeance of the Thunder Brothers, of how they caused the battle as well. And that wasn't long until Inuyasha, Shippo, and Kagome wanted to rescue from being how to stop the Thunder Brothers, until Kagome was captured. Wanted to fight the Thunder Brothers in this scene. So that's going to be it for my manga review on Inuyasha Volume 3 for today, guys. Thank you for watching. But before we go, this is going to be I had to do it in an overview detail about this, because I'm doing a manga review for the first time.